What is going on, everybody? Back in the shop, and we're gonna do a little tool test. So Oneida sent me their Dust Deputy Low Pro. So far, what I can tell you just from daily use around the shop, this thing is awesome. Vacuuming up sawdust, cleaning stuff up, it works great. But what I want to do, I want to push it to the limits. I want to see what is the worst case scenario that you can put this thing through, and that will possibly cause it to fail. I don't think it's going to take, I think it's going to take a lot to make it fail. So we're going to try a couple different things. I've got a couple buckets full of shavings from my planer and some pet bedding. So this stuff is actually pretty heavy. I think this is going to fare a lot better. We can push this a lot faster because it's so heavy. So there's going to be more weight for it to drop faster. So I don't think this is going to really affect it, but it'll kind of give us an idea of, if we were picking up heavier stuff, how it's going to perform. So we're going to be using my rigid shop vac, and as you can see, it's pretty clean. There's a little bit. I'll clean it out perfectly before the test. It has a fairly new filter. I blew it out, so that's good. And this is a 3 horse, or I don't know what the horsepower is on it, but everything works just fine with this Dust Deputy. One thing I did do is, it comes with one of these. I bought one more, and this is specifically for the build that I'm going to do with it. The rack that it's going to be set up in, so this can go above the vacuum. This doesn't really matter, but let's get it all hooked up, run through the test real quick, and I'll show you the results. All right, so first test with the shavings, and we're going to vacuum up all 3 of these as fast as we can. It's going to get loud, so I'm probably just going to do a voiceover on this part because there's no way you're going to hear me over this vacuum. So ready and go. All right, so that's that. Let me disconnect this real quick. All right, so let's open the shop back up and see what's in here. There's a little bit in there, but we were pushing it pretty hard. That's actually that's quite impressive, especially when you see everything that's in there. So for normal vacuuming, not bad. All right, let's test the other. All right, so test 2, the bedding pellets. Let's see how these fare. And again, we're gonna push this as hard as we can. All right, we're not going to clip this. Let's go see what this one did, because I'm curious. There is one, I won't even call that 2. That is all that ended up in here. I guess that's impressive. Let's try something else. All right, just to show, completely empty. We're going to go straight to the source. We're going to vacuum directly out of this. Let's see how much it can handle. Okay. Well, looks like we got a result. So you push it hard enough, it's going to clog. I've seen worse. I mean, I shoved that hose down in there. I shoved it in as hard as I could. So it took up more than it should have. So there is definitely a limit to it, but still an impressive limit. Let's see if anything made it into the tank or into the trash can. I bet it did have some just because it got clogged. Still not a lot. That's still pretty impressive. I'll take it. I give it an A. So my overall thoughts on the Low Pro Dust Deputy, said I'd give it an A. Not an A+, but I pushed it harder than I figure Oneida designed it to be pushed. Shoving the vacuum hose a foot deep in a 35-gallon bucket of sawdust, probably not what their engineers had in mind. For general everyday use, to prolong the life of your shop vac and the filter that's in it, 100%. I've proven it just using it myself daily. Hooking it up to a tool that's not a heavy chip thrower, you know, possibly table saw, band or miter saw, band saw, I think it would be perfect for that. Don't think this would be a great fit if you're hooking up to a planer, which realistically you wouldn't want to, because with the 5-gallon capacity, you're not going to get but a couple passes. I mean, this is my bucket's a 35-gallon bucket on my dust collector currently with the Oneida Cyclone, and I can, you know, this is maybe 2 hours worth of planing to fill this thing up. So just general everyday shop use, to, like I said, to prolong the life of your shop vac, 100% recommend this. I've used several other Cyclone, and I quote Cyclone separators in the past, that one were, you know, either this tall or another company makes them, and they do half of what this does. Either they break because they're super cheap, or just the way the Cyclone's designed in them, they don't. Every time you have to clean it out, you end up having to clean out your shop vac. So at that point, it's like you're already tearing filters up. This is the only one that I've used so far of this design, especially this Low Pro design, that truly does what they say. Until, like I showed you, you push it way past its limits and it clogs. So I think they did a great job. I know there was an initial fix where if it didn't come with this black dot button right here or plug, people were having some issues. I know they've got that taken care of. The assembly, super easy. Normally it has wheels on it, but I'm doing something else with it. I'm going to build a cart for them to stack on, so I already took the wheels off. But I love it. Do truly recommend it. I'll have it linked down below. And if you think I deserved it, give me a like and a follow. And yeah, love y'all. We'll see you later.